Good evening and welcome to Angel's Haven. Many of you might remember that when I moved into Angel's Haven, I decided to have a composting toilet, but I accidentally got the wrong brand. I wanted an Airhead, and instead I got a Nature's Head, and it had several significant design flaws. I've lived with it for the last 5 years, and I finally broke down and got an Airhead. And my friend Tim came over today with his friend Michelle, and they installed my new composting toilet. So this little video will show you that. If you're interested in composting toilets, this video is for you. Enjoy. So this is my new composting toilet. The original composting toilet that I had for the last, how long have I lived here? 5 years, was a brand called Airhead. I think I've mentioned some of its design flaws in a prior video. This is an Airhead. This is what I wanted. And I think that my the carpenter who built the house is the one that ordered the prior composting toilet, and I think we just confused the names. Either I gave him the wrong name or he didn't realize they were different. So I have wanted for a long time to have one of these, and I finally decided to take the plunge. No pun intended. Let me show you the two primary design features that are different from the Airhead and that are the reason that I wanted this one. The first one is that the liquid receptacle, which is this here, that's where the urine goes, is simply setting under the spout, I guess I'll call it, as opposed to dropping into a plastic holder that's part of the base. The reason that's an issue, the reason this is a better design, is that when I go to change the fill, which is in the bottom part of the seat unit, all I have to do is pull the liquid receptacle out, and then I have a very small, basically a bucket that I can just flip over to empty to change the peat moss that I use for fill. It's also smaller, so easier to manage, and I didn't realize this, but now I do, or when I got it, when it arrived, I saw it has something that the Airhead doesn't have, which is handles. The Airhead, you just had to put your hands against the base, and that was really difficult for me. Whereas you can see this has a silver handle, and it has another one, I'm pretty sure. Let me move. Yes, it has another one on the other side. So that's a big deal. It's a smaller receptacle overall, and it doesn't have the front big plastic receptacle, so it will be easier to change. The other really significant design difference is the handle. That's the handle for the agitator, and it actually has a handle as opposed to just a spinny thing, which was impossible for me to really effectively use. So those are the two big design differences, and that's why those were the design differences that prompted me to want this unit. Now, we do have a small problem. My friend Tim and his friend Michelle installed this. I gave the old one to Tim to use at the farm. He owns a farm. And so they were nice enough to come over and install it. The Nature Head's fan, you have to have a fan to draw out any fumes. And the Nature Head's fan was integral to the unit. So you see where the vent hose comes in. On the Nature Head, the fan was there. And I didn't realize that that was not the case for this unit. And apparently, so let's see if I can show you. It's behind my mop here. The hose vent, where does it go? It goes, where does it go? Oh, it's behind the broom. It goes into the wall. Gosh, I can't see where it goes. It's probably behind my broom or something. But it goes into the wall here somewhere, down here. Must be behind here. And then the vent PV pipe is in this wooden, I don't know what you call that. But anyway, it's in there, and the vent is into it, is connected to it. Let me see if I can move it. Yeah, there, you can see. That's where the vent goes. That's the old vent hose from the other composting toilet. And that worked because the fan was part of the old composting toilet. This one has a different kind of fan. Right now, Tim has it in the window, and he said I have to contact them and get some part. I have it in the book that's supposed to enable you to kind of put that fan in line, like an inline fan. And I apparently did not get that piece. I don't really know. I don't really understand it, but he said they will. So anyway, I have to get that piece, and then he'll come here, Michelle or somebody will come back and help me. So the other thing about this is it has a regular toilet seat, which the other composting toilet didn't have. I haven't used it yet. I wouldn't be showing you a dirty toilet. So it's more like sitting on a normal toilet, and I like that. So if you didn't want to use a composting toilet, you wouldn't care. But if you do want to use a composting toilet, now you know. This is an Airhead, and I just have to get some other housing piece for the fan, and then we'll be able to properly configure the vent hose. So there you go. My new Airhead composting toilet. Sorry about that finger. And I'm pretty happy about it. Costs a lot of money, but it's worth it. So I hope you learned something from that video. Thank you for spending a few minutes of my tiny life with me, and I will see you next time.